Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. From being one of the most popular Canadian actors with an Asian heritage, to being mistaken for being casted in Crazy Rich Asians, let's take a look at how Simu Liu reveals the reason he wasn't in Crazy Rich Asians. Number 5. Who is Simu Liu? Unless you're living under a rock or prefer to refrain from watching TV shows and movies, then you must know who Simu Liu is, or you might have at least seen his face on your screen at least once. Before we break down whether or not Simu Liu was cast in Crazy Rich Asians or not, and why he did not get the role, let's first take a look at who Simu Liu is. Simu Liu, born in 1989, is a Canadian actor who got his big break after being cast in Shang-Chi in 2021. This movie from the Marvel franchise really set the tone for Simu Liu's acting career, and made him go from an actor who was constantly in search of gigs, to an actor who not only had a big name, but had multiple platforms to himself. Soon after the success of his role in Shang-Chi, Simu Liu was also appointed by UNICEF as an ambassador for Canada. While Simu Liu enjoys his fame and popularity, he seems to be pretty conscious about the prevalent problems in the world, and is convinced to use his platform and his voice to make a change. In an interview for The Time, Simu Liu talked about how he knows that with all his fame, he also has a ton of responsibility, and wants to make sure that he makes the most out of his influence, and uses his voice for the right reasons. He was also cast in several other TV shows and movies, including Kim's Convenience, Barbie, Pacific Rim, Asian Bachelorette 2, One True Loves, Akira Project, Taken, Star Wars, Vision, Meeting Mommy, Make It Pop, and several others.
Met Gala, it's crazy out here. People just move around like they know where they're going.
Do you know where you're going?
I have absolutely no idea.
Number 4. Did Simu Liu audition for Crazy Rich Asians? Before Simu Liu got his break into Hollywood from his role in the Marvel movie Shang-Chi, he was not very well known in Hollywood, and was clearly not recognized for his talent. This is evident from the fact that even though Simu Liu did try out for a role in Crazy Rich Asians, he was rejected for not having the it factor. In an interview, Simu Liu revealed that after he did not receive the role, he was told by someone that the reason behind his rejection was not having the it factor. While this may have seemed hurtful and even confusing for Simu Liu at the time, he said that he was glad he got this feedback. It is pretty evident from his work and where his acting career stands today that he did not take the criticism to his heart and perceived it as constructive criticism. Seeing his acting in Shang-Chi, one can easily conclude that Simu Liu worked really hard on his acting skills and polished his talents to become one of the best in the industry. There's no doubt that he has the it factor that he was previously lacking, apparently, and we are sure that if he were to try out for a role in Crazy Rich Asians with his current talent, he would definitely get cast. Number 3. What did Tom Hanks say about Simu Liu that didn't get him the role in Crazy Rich Asians? Well, elaborating on what the hiring team for Crazy Rich Asians meant when they said Simu Liu didn't have the it factor, it was revealed that according to Tom Hanks, Simu Liu had dead eyes, and so he was not the perfect fit for the movie. Well, regardless of whether or not Simu Liu had dead eyes, or if he didn't have the it factor, it seems pretty mean to say this to someone. In fact, in a discussion about Simu Liu's comments on why he didn't receive the role, Roz Weston and Keshia Chante discussed Tom Hanks' comments and seemed to find it pretty offensive for him to be so direct about this. Despite auditioning for the role 4 times, Simu Liu was rejected constantly. However, both Keshia and Roz seem to agree that there are more polite ways to turn down an actor's audition. Number 2. Did Crazy Rich Asians have an impact on Simu Liu's career? Well, despite all his bad luck with Crazy Rich Asians, Simu Liu seemed to have things figured out for himself eventually. He was hired as the first Asian actor in a Marvel movie and even went on to host SNL. From delivering a stunning entrance in SNL to being the first Chinese host on SNL, Simu Liu has surely come a long way. He's clearly breaking stereotypes and seems to have the ability to captivate the entire audience through his charisma and sense of humor. Number 1. How did Simu Liu get his big break? While hosting SNL for Thanksgiving, Simu Liu mentioned how he tweeted that Marvel did a great job with Captain America and Thor, and asked Marvel to get its own Chinese superhero. Well, the tweet did not get many likes, and it's not the reason why he got the role. But after Simu Liu finally landed a role in Shang-Chi, he tweeted Marvel and thanked them for getting back to him. Well, it seems like things did come to a full circle after Simu Liu's tweet, and worked out pretty well for him. Well, here's all you need to know about how Simu Liu was never a part of Crazy Rich Asians, and why fans confuse him to be a part of the film. Let us know what you think about the situation in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe.